Hello, everyone. We're just going to wait a few more minutes until everybody joins, and then we'll start our class. Hello, Gabriel. How are you? Good? Hello, Allison. Hello, Lara. I'm good, Gabriel. I'm excited for our class tonight. I hope you are all excited as well. Good evening, Janice. All right, friends. So the time is now 7 o'clock. So we can go ahead and let me begin by introducing myself. So my name is Janetta Mole. I am an American who is currently living in Brazil. Many people think that's a little bit crazy, but it's very exciting and I enjoy it very much. In some local schools, I teach at Seed Idiomas here. And then I also teach online as well. So tonight's course is going to be the advanced level course. So we are going to review a lot as participative as possible. So if you have any questions, please comment in the live chat box over on the side or down below. And then you can participate in the class and we can go back and forth. So if you have any questions, if I ask a question, you can reply in the comment section as well. And it will be a great class. Also, so you guys know, we also have another live tonight at 9 o'clock. We are going to be on Instagram. So make sure to follow our Instagram, Seed Idiomas. And we are going to have some fun topics on Instagram every day for the next few weeks. And it's going to be with different foreigners. So this week I am featured. So it's really nice because it gives you some contact with some foreigners, especially because the accents are often different when we speak English. So it's really nice for you to learn some things that are sort of outside of just a book knowledge, but to really get some insight about different things, different cultures, stereotypes and things like this as view of what we practiced today. I will communicate with you all via the Telegram app. So if you have any questions, feel free to communicate there. And then we will continue. All right, let's go. So tonight we're going to be talking about the future. Now, many of you already know how to speak in the future. For example, many people are very familiar with using will or going to talk about the future. But actually, during this class, we're going to review using will and going to talk about the future. But then we're also going to learn some other ways that we can talk about the future as well. Now, quick, in this moment, for example, I feel a little bit cold. So I want to drink something hot. So I could say, I think I will have a coffee to drink because then it will make me warm inside. Whereas, for example, if it is something that I have been planning for some time, it's not quick. It was planned for a long time. I can say, I am going to visit my aunt next Friday, for example. So because it was things that you are planning to do. So what are you going to do? For example, I am going to eat dinner with my friends in a nice restaurant. We can sit, relax, talk for hours, everybody together, share our quarantine stories. And you? What are you guys going to do once you get out of quarantine? Any ideas? Comment in the box below. Janis says he's probably going to stay at home. Says he is going to study English very hard. Excellent answer, Pedro. We need to continue to study, of course. Max is going to have a huge barbecue with friends, and Lara is going to visit her nephew. Aw, that's nice. It's good to be able to see some family after spending so much time away. Humberto is going to work a lot. Yes, have to get back to work, right? After all of this time off and relaxing. All right, good comments, guys. Now, let's think. If I say, imagine, I am like magical and I have these great powers, I can say that, poof, I click my hands and now the quarantine is over. Quick, it just happened right now. What will you do? For example, I will run out in the streets and bang on some pots, so excited. And you guys, what will you do? Quick, if I tell you right now, no more quarantine, you can leave your houses. I will hug my family so much. Yes, be so grateful that it's finally over. Good, excellent. Lara will go to the street and drink some beer, like many Brazilians probably. Go to the bar. Go somewhere cool with my friends and maybe eat something tasty. Very good. I will make a trip. I will go to my favorite restaurant and eat a lot. They're going to talk about the future. Now, if I want to talk about the future, let's say I think the quarantine will end next month. I really hope so, right? We can't be in quarantine forever. Oh, so this is my prediction. I think the quarantine will end next month. So anytime we're talking about a prediction that's based on our personal opinion, we use will, okay? Not going to, because it's based on my opinion or my experience, all right? But looking outside my window and I see that it is very dark outside, then I can say, for example, it is going to rain because I have evidence, I have proof that this is going to happen because I look out my window and I see that it is dark. So when we have evidence of something, when we know something is going to happen, we have evidence, we want to make a prediction. Do I use going to or will? Comment below. If I am making a prediction based on some evidence, some proof that I have, do I use going to or will? All right, good. So we use going to. Good answer, Max. So we use going to when we talk about evidence. All right. Janice asked the question. So we use will when we're talking about our opinion, something that we think. So for example, tomorrow I think it will be hot. Okay. So this is what I think. This is my belief. So because it's something that I think, then we use will. Okay. But if I look on the TV and I see the forecast and the forecast says tomorrow 40 degrees Celsius, then I can say tomorrow it is going to be hot because I have the proof from the forecast. Understand? All right, let's talk a future fact. So something that we know is going to happen. For example, tomorrow the sun will rise. We know this is going to happen. It happens every day. All right. So tomorrow the sun will rise. About to happen. For example, be careful, get back. The bomb is going to explode. All right. So something that is going to happen, but it happens very quickly. All right. Very good. Now, I want you guys to make a prediction based on your personal opinion. What do you think? No, let me ask you this. When do you think the quarantine will end? Now, this is your opinion. So when it's your opinion and it's something that you think, do we use will or going to? Leave your comments below. Let's see. When do you think the quarantine will end? Very good. Excellent, guys. So we use will. Good. Now tell me when. I'm waiting. I've been in my house for a few days now. It will end in a month. Good. The quarantine will end. The quarantine will end in more than 45 days from now. Maybe we still have a while to go, right? It will end in June. Good. Max, when we talk about months, we always say in, not on, but good answer. So it will end in June. All right. Casilla says, I think the quarantine will end in the end of May. Good. We have some people who agree with Gustavo that it will end the end of April. Jose has no idea. Yes, it's very sad, right? But I hope it will end as soon as possible as well. Very good. Excellent. All right, so good review, guys. So you know already how to use the differences between will and going to, all right, to talk about the future. But now let's learn some new ways that we can talk about the future without using will or going to. All right, so let's look here. The other, Starbucks is to open a new store in BH. Can you believe Starbucks is coming to Belo Horizonte? I would be so excited. As an American, I love my iced coffee. And Starbucks is great. The newspaper said, Starbucks is to open a new store in BH. Now, let's look here. We can see that I underlined is to open. Now, is to open. Is my verb to be. Is a verb to be. Yes or no? Yes, Pedro. I wish as well, right? It's necessary, I think. So, is my verb to be. All right. But let's look here. To open. When I use to before the verb, is my verb in the infinitive? When I say to open, is my verb in the infinitive? Yes or no? When I use to before my verb. Yes, very good. Excellent. So, when we talk about something that is very formal, for example, it appears in a heading of a newspaper, or maybe we see it in the media talking about the future, we can use verb to be. In this case is. And then we can also use to with our verb, talk about something in the future. But it's very formal and usually only used in newspapers as good. Now, let's think here. Imagine you are reading a newspaper, or you are looking on the news and you're watching Global, and you read Global online and you see a title. Give me an example of something that you would see in a newspaper using verb to be with an infinitive to talk about a future event. For example, Starbucks is to open in Belo Horizonte. Write some comments below. Let's see. Bolsonaro that you would see in the newspaper or on the media in the upcoming future. Globo is to end. All right, so maybe Globo's not going to. Coronavirus is to spread in a few weeks. All right, very good. Excellent job, guys. So without using will or going to, we can see that we can use it, verb to be with our infinitive to talk about a future event. All right, but remember that this is very formal and usually only seen in newspapers or media. Excellent. All right, now let's look at another example. When we talk about something, for example, my mother is going to come to Brazil is going to stay a little bit longer. So she's going to stay for 3 weeks. So it will be very nice. I can show her many beautiful. Now, my mother is flying on an airplane from John F. Kennedy, New York, to Sao Paulo. Okay. Now, when she goes on her airplane, her flight is due to arrive at 10 a.m. Okay. Or, for example, if she was taking a bus, I can say the bus is due to arrive at 10 a.m. So let's look at this phrase here. The bus is due to arrive at 10 a.m. Now, if I look at this phrase, I see is due to arrive is underlined. When I say yes or no, what do you guys think? The bus is due to arrive at 10 a.m. Is it scheduled? It's planned. It's on a schedule. Yes or no? Comment below. Let's see. What do you guys think? When something is due. Sure, let me repeat the question. So, does that mean that it's on a schedule? Yes or no? Hilton says yes. Humberto says probably arrive. All right, good answers, guys. So, the answer is yes. Okay? So, we use is due to talk. So, when we talk about a future event that is scheduled to happen, we use. All right. Very good. Now, let's look at another example. When we talk about, for example, I can say, when we talk about our confidence of an event happening in the future, for example, I can say, John is sure to be late. He always is. Now, sometimes we have a problem, and many Brazilians are always late. I don't know why, but this is a thing in Brazil. Many people are a little behind schedule in Brazil. They're not always on schedule. All right. So, if you are recorded so that you can access it again at a later time, okay? So don't worry, but I hope our connection gets better so you can continue to participate. All right. So, if I bring, let me just answer here. All right. So, if I am talking about something that we are confident is going to happen. All right. John is sure to be late. He always is. So, when I use verb to be with sure to, we can use it to talk about something that we are confident is going to happen. Because John has a history of being late. It's something that is always happening. So we're confident that this time is not going to be different. Okay? So we use verb to be with sure, and then our verb in the infinitive. Okay, so John is sure to be late. He always is. Now, yes, some people can relate to John. Now, let's look here. Another way that we can talk about something in the future that we are confident is going to happen. We can use United States. I love to watch baseball. Have you ever watched baseball? I know it's not a common sport here, but has anybody ever watched baseball? It's more about soccer, right? But baseball. Anybody ever watch baseball? Like American? Yes, the Red Sox versus the Yankees at Fenway Park. Oh, that's like my hometown. I used to live in Boston. Very nice. It's a good rivalry. So it's a good game to watch. Very good. Excellent. Now, speaking about the Yankees, people prefer volleyball. So cool. Excellent. All right. Now, speaking about the Yankees, I was born in New Jersey. So that means that I am a die-hard Yankees fan. We always bleed blue and white. Okay? So I can say if we have the game against the Yankees versus the Red Sox, all right, I can say that the Yankees are bound to win. They are the best baseball team. So the Yankees are bound to win. I am confident in this. I believe in my team. All right. So they are bound to win. Okay. Now let's talk about a game. Let's talk about soccer, right? Brazilians love soccer. So, talking about soccer, give me 2 soccer teams, famous soccer teams. For example, we have Corinthians. What's another one? Cruzeiro versus Flamengo. Who do you think is bound to win? Cruzeiro never wins. Lorena doesn't have faith in the Cruzeiros. All right. What else do you guys think? Flamengo is bound to win again. Very good. Humberto is very confident in his team. Today is 8-0. Uh-oh. Flamengo is bound to win. Cruzeiro is bound to lose every game. Very good. Daniel says Flamengo is bound to win this game. All right. Very good, guys. Excellent. So, all right. So verb to be, bound, and then the infinitive. All right. Good job, guys. Now, let's look at another one. When we talk about future events that are going to happen very soon, we can use expressions on the verge of or on the brink of. All right? So, when something is set to happen, all right, but it is going to happen very soon, all right, we can say on the verge of or on the brink of. Let's look here for an example. Now, unfortunately, during this crisis, we see that many of the bars are closed, right? So, if the bar is closed, it doesn't have many customers, all right? If it doesn't have many customers, I can say it is on the verge of closing, all right? So, let's look here at this phrase here. The bar doesn't have many customers. It is on the verge of closing. Now, let's look here at this I underlined here. On the verge of closing. Now, in this example, am I using my infinitive of my verb close? Am I using my infinitive of the verb close? Yes or no? What to do? On the verge of closing. Am I using my infinitive with the verb close? Yes or no? Comment below. Any ideas? So remember that the infinitive always uses to. So the infinitive of close is to close. So if we look here at my example again, the bar doesn't have many customers. It is on the verge of closing. Do I have my infinitive here? So the answer is no, right? I don't have to close. All right. I can say that it is on the verge of closing. So with our verb close, we always have to use ing. So anytime that we talk and we use on the verge of, we always use verb with ing, never the infinitive. Understand? So on the verge of, we use with verb with ing. All right, good. Now, we know that politics are always a hot issue. In Brazil, it's a hot issue. In the United States, it's also a very hot issue. Okay? So, for example, if I am talking about President Trump, he is also having a lot of difficulty right now in the United States with the citizens. Okay? For example, some citizens really like him, some don't like him so much. All right? So for this reason, I can say that the president was on the brink of resigning. The president was on the brink of resigning. So when I use on the brink of, do I use verb with ing? Yes or no? Comment below. On the brink of. When I have this phrase talking about the future, do I use verb with ing? Yes or no? Let's see your comments. Yes, very good. Excellent. Good job, guys. So perfect. Anytime we use on the verge of or on the brink of, we use verb with ing. Good. Great job, guys. All right. Good job. Now, let's talk about what verbs in the present tense. Some verbs in the present tense actually have a future meaning. For example, verbs like hope, plan, aim, intend, want, purpose. These are all verbs that we can use to. My friend Alice is currently studying college. Okay, so she's currently studying in college and she's studying to be a dentist. And she's very excited because she's almost finished with her degree. And it's a long time to go to school. All right. So I can see here. Alice hopes to finish her studies and find a job next year. So Alice hopes to finish. All right. Hopes to finish. So in this example, am I talking about the future? Yes or no? Leave your comments below. Yes or no? What do you guys think? Yes, very good. Excellent. So when I use words like hopes, plans, intends, do I use verb with ing or my infinitive? When I'm talking about the future and I use words like hope, hopes, intends, plans, do I use do I use my verb in the infinitive or with ing? Leave your comments below. Infinitive, all right. What else does everybody else think? Hopes, plans, intends, aims, wants. Very good. Excellent job, guys. Perfect. So we always use our verb in the infinitive. Now, I want you to tell me what is something that you hope to learn during this course. Give me some ideas for our future classes together. What is something that you hope to learn during this course? For example, I hope to enhance my conversation skills. I hope to learn. I hope to be good at using prepositions. That's a good one, Max. Oh, prepositions are probably of them. You just have to learn by using them. Jonas hopes to learn how to make his writing, and you guys hope to learn. To speak more difficult words. All right, good pronunciation. I hope to be good at my pronunciation. Sometimes I just freeze. I understand. Oh, as I said, I'm American, and when I arrived in Brazil, I arrived 3 years ago. Now, when I arrived in Brazil, I didn't speak any Portuguese, not one word. All I knew was, oi, tudo bem? So sad, all right? And it's very difficult, but with practice, your pronunciation gets better. So I have faith. You're all going to learn great, all right? We'll focus on pronunciation in some upcoming classes, all right, of some difficult words. I hope to get to watch you without the internet crashing. Yes, me too, Daniel. I'm sorry about some technical difficulties that you guys experienced today. But like I said, this is going to be recorded so you can rewatch again if you missed some pieces. Hope to be able to improve speaking and vocabulary. Max just wants to be able to understand hip-hop songs without checking the lyrics. Sometimes so don't worry so much, but I understand. All right, good. All right, guys. So that's all for today, okay? I hope you guys learned a lot during our class talking about different ways to talk about the future, all right? I'm going to send for you in our Telegram group. If you aren't already across to each other, okay, I'm going to send you a PDF document after this class so that you can do some multiple choice questions to test your understanding about today's lesson, all right? And I hope to see you all during the next class. If you guys are free tonight, again, at 9 o'clock, we're going to have an Instagram Live as well. So that will be really nice if you want to join us again. And I hope to see you again in the next class. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good night. See you next time.